The world's changing, not necessarily for the better. So it's more and more important to seek out information along the lines of survival, protection, firearms training.
How do we fight against these things? Well, it's planning, it's preparing. That's what this class is about, knowing that these things could happen. There's a lot of people that have found themselves in these situations and wish they had done some planning and preparing.
You will always revert to the minimum level of training you've ever been through. So if you have no training, that is what you will revert to. You know, your mind will go to mush and you won't figure things out. If you've had training, oftentimes your mind will go back to, well, this is what I learned. That's really what this course is designed to do. How do we help you to overcome a bad, dangerous medical situation or violent encounter and survive?
There are just evil people in this world. And if you buy into this idealistic idea that we can hug people into not doing bad things, I hate to tell you. If someone is bringing violence against you, you have to be violent back.
It's very important to have some answers on the spectrum of violence in the physical realm. We want the ability to communicate physically at a low level. One of the things I wanted to do is give them tools on the verbal spectrum, all prior to any type of physical contact. And it's important to have those things.
Critical, if I'm backing up, right here I'm gonna stay hands-on. I don't want any trouble.
When you go toe-to-toe with someone, you really don't know what their skill set is. Unless we have a specific reason to go after someone, why are we gonna get into a fight? We're gonna try and take care of ourselves and protect ourselves.
Posturing, placement in distance between and how to navigate it.
If she goes down on one side, you see how she's lifting up on the other side? If I try to recover that arm, she just switches it. Stacking the hands on top of the head like that. Letting the bone structure of the arms protect the head. The computer system. The stress levels might be more. That stress narrows the brain power a little bit, the vision, the ability to hear, starts to take things away. She wants to be able to handle pressure in the beginning, straight on, and hooking blows.
If you don't have those answers and you are suddenly placed in that situation, you don't know what to do.
It's better to kind of determine what you're going to do now, and then all I have to figure out if I'm placed in a situation is when I'm going to do it.
There's a lot that you can do that you wouldn't expect. You know, different moves that I wouldn't have thought about, that you can practice at home, that you can keep building upon.
Well, for me, the confidence level has gone up because I'm working with professionals, and the professionals really know what to say to you. There's just something in the way that they relay it to you that you kind of get it.
I think we estimate we have over 150 years of special operations, law enforcement, fire, trauma experience within this course.
What are those tools that we can hand to empower other people around us? We can actually get people doing stuff that's actually going to make a difference for human lives.
Think about your bystanders. Maybe you are the only person in there who's level-headed enough. Think about what you have and what you need, right? This is your gear. We're going to start building algorithms into you guys. I really think the hands-on stuff is where you guys learn the most. Notice how I'm shoving my finger into the wound, okay? You pack down to bone, back to heart. There's phases of trauma medicine. Okay, this phase that we're on, we talk about on the X right now. Yes, I do not want to stay here.
These are courses everybody should understand because it's very confidence building. I think it reduces some of that anxiety quotient that we see out there a lot.
Your loved one, oh my gosh. Take a breath. Violent move, up, back. Tourniquets save lives. Do not hesitate with a tourniquet. I don't care if it's a child, I don't care if it's a baby, I don't care if it's an infant. You see massive hemorrhage on extremity, it buys direct pressure any tourniquet right now.
I want to be able to protect people. I don't ever want to just be a person that stands by and watches someone die.
It used to be your response to your home or to your business maybe 4 or 7 minutes. With stations and fire departments and police departments running 51,000 calls a year now, you may be on your own. So you may have to stop that bleed. You may have to place that tourniquet. You may have to perform CPR for someone. Everyone needs this type of training.
What they're touching on at this course is not just the basic stuff, which is super important, but even more high-level stuff. I've been to the best protection school in the world, EPI. I've been to some of the best driving schools in the world, and the med that I've received here that I just finished up in this class is the best med I've had.
Ton of debate about guns and how terrible they are. A gun is merely a tool. It may be the right tool for the situation at a time.
My name is Jay Aliassen, Naval Special Warfare SEAL for 23 years, and now I work for Tactical 21. We do the tactical shooting portion of Jason Redman's Overcome Academy.
There's a lot of companies out there that can provide this kind of training, or they say that they can. I don't mean to say that, someone that hasn't been in combat is not a good instructor, but you really need people that have the experience. Someone that have seen the ugliness of men and have traveled the world and see what chaos really looks like is going to understand what your needs are better.
We've had to shoot under duress. We've had to shoot in stressful situations. We've had to think, move, and communicate when the world had fallen apart.
To be proficient in firearms isn't just, hey, I know how to shoot a weapon, but it's know how to be safe, know how to protect your family, your friends, and know exactly when you pull that trigger, what's going to happen physically, legally, and mentally.
Can we sit in the range every single day and shoot a static target? Of course we can. And we can become a master of the fundamentals. But in the real situation, you're going to be moving, the target's going to be moving. So where else can we come and take that kind of training? Right here with us.
I think the real world experiences, from jumping outside of a Suburban and shooting a metal sign to like crawling on the ground nearly and shooting behind, an SUV. I mean, I was legitimately nervous in that moment because it actually felt real, even though I knew I was like shooting just at a metal sign. Really just like having that support and guidance through those scenarios, I think will really kind of leave a huge impression and an everlasting kind of memory.
It was a lot more advanced than some of the things that I've done previously. It taught you the things that you need to be aware of and cognizant of, and also how to prepare for those specific things. This course is absolutely for everybody.
I would recommend Jason and his team over and over and over again. Yes, every time.